If you struggle with overeating, smoking, or other self-destructive habits, you can break free by retraining your brain. Once you understand how your brain forms new neural connections, you'll finally see how to rewire yourself and get rid of unwanted behaviors. Neural connections are like the brain's highways. They make it easier and faster for information to travel between neurons. The more often these signals travel through a specific pathway, the stronger that pathway becomes. That's why the more often you smoke, the harder it becomes to resist the next cigarette, or why you order the same burger every time at your favorite cafe, even when there are dozens of new dishes to try. This is how habits are formed, not all of them healthy. But here's the good news. Once a habit forms in the brain, it doesn't have to stay forever. The brain is constantly changing and can always build new neural pathways and new habits. This incredible ability is called neuroplasticity. Thanks to neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt to new conditions and needs, you can change almost anything in your life. In fact, neuroplasticity is so powerful that it allows people who have suffered severe strokes to recover brain function by forming new connections and rerouting signals through the nervous system. So, if you're struggling with smoking, drinking, or overeating, you can also build new patterns and rewire your life. Here are 10 proven principles to help your brain form new neural connections and replace destructive habits with empowering ones. Principle 1. Identify the habit you want to break and set your intention. As the saying goes, the light bulb has to want to change before it can be replaced. You have to want to change deeply and sincerely. Once you truly commit to transformation, your brain will begin building new neural pathways that support your new behavior. Principle 2. Examine how the bad habit affects your life. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations when you engage in that habit. Notice what it brings, both good and bad. When you become fully aware of how destructive it is, that awareness itself becomes motivation to change. Principle 3. Find a new goal or replacement behavior. To build new neural connections, you need to replace the old habit with something new. Eventually, the old one will fade away. For example, if you struggle with overeating, focus less on junk food and more on healthy meals that are still delicious. Shift your attention to what nourishes you, not what harms you. Principle 4. Use your imagination. You can rewire your brain not only through new actions, but also through visualization. Mentally rehearse the new behavior you want to adopt again and again. Visualization strengthens the same neural pathways as physical practice. When you repeatedly imagine yourself making healthy choices, your brain begins to treat that behavior as the new default. Principle 5. Interrupt old thoughts and behaviors immediately. The moment you catch yourself slipping into old patterns, say stop or no more. If an unhealthy urge arises, tell yourself, I don't need this anymore. Then redirect your focus toward your new desired behavior, the one that supports your goals. Principle 6. Use the principle of aversion. This method doesn't work for everyone, but it can be powerful when combined with others. I call it the worms on the chocolate cake method. For example, I used to crave sweets every day, But when I passed a pastry shop on my way to work, I would remind myself, this isn't food, it's junk. It's loaded with sugar and chemicals that make me sick. These companies use additives to hook people, but not me. By reframing the temptation as something disgusting or harmful, I gradually lost the craving. This approach can work for smoking, junk food, or other addictions when used consciously and ethically. Principle 7. Create a clear action plan. Once you decide to change, you need structure. A clear plan helps your brain build stronger new neural pathways. Your plan might be, I'll replace sweets with fruit, or I'll work out 3 times a week instead of scrolling my phone at night. The plan itself isn't as important as your commitment to follow it consistently. Reinforce it with affirmations like, I'm in control. I'm free from this habit. Principle 8. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Look at what's standing in your way and how overcoming it will improve your life. Instead of seeing challenges as barriers, see them as teachers. Shift your mindset from problems to possibilities. Every obstacle is an invitation to grow, not a reason to quit. Train your thoughts to move from the narrow road of resistance to the wide highway of growth. Principle 9. Connect with your higher self for inspiration and support. Listen to your inner voice, the deeper wisdom within you. That's where true strength lies. Meditation is one of the best ways to form new neural connections and calm your mind. Modern neuroscience confirms that meditation literally reshapes the brain, increasing gray matter and improving emotional control. Principle 10. Transform yourself and make the leap. You can always change. You can always build new neural pathways as long as you're ready to evolve. When your mindset shifts to, I can, I will, I'm ready, the brain follows. You'll feel the moment when you truly let go of what no longer serves you and move towards something brighter and new. Don't fear the unknown. Fear staying stuck in what's familiar but harmful. Step forward, and your brain and your life will transform.